Alysia.
And today's video is a bit different. We have done a hair tutorial.
Yes.
So I am pretty well known around my friends for my braiding abilities. So today I have shown you how to do the crown braid. This is the French braid version of it. You can do a Dutch braid, it's just inverted. For this hairstyle, you will need a brush, some bobby pins, lots of bobby pins,
Yes.
hairspray,
And a hairband, but you prefer if you have the little plastic ones, because that way it's easier to disappear.
and less bulky.
Yes.
But if you do have a big one only, it'll still work.
Yes, and it's a lot better for thick hair.
So yes, we'll link to the video now. So, to start off with, we make sure your hair has been brushed and is not free.
And if you have really curly hair, it would be preferable if you straightened it, because then it's easier to work with than trying to uncurl your hair at the same time as braid it.
So what you start off with is you take a small section at the top of your head. She has a part down, well, almost the middle, but it doesn't really matter where your part is. And you break it into 3 sections like you would with a normal braid. So you take the section at the front, flip it over the middle section, and then the back section over the middle section. Now you do the same, except this time the first section takes up a tiny bit of hair from the front and goes over the strand in the middle, and so does the same happens on the back, taking a strand from the top of the head and adding it to it, going over. And we keep doing this, rotate a little bit. So that strand goes over that with hair added, taking little sections at a time at the start. And the sections get bigger as you go along, as the braid thickens up. So we keep going around her head, taking in sections and continuing the braid. Get to the back of the head, just keep taking small sections. You don't want to be too far ahead of the braid as you're going. So we're just doing a French braid on this rather than a Dutch braid. Either will work for it, just depends on what kind of look you want.
And when you switch between both, it doesn't work as well.
It doesn't work at all. And then we go up, as we're going down an angle, now we continue up towards the front of her head while braiding. Taking in sections of hair. Have to be careful at the bottom that you don't forget parts or leave little tiny pieces of hair, because they're hard to deal with after you finish the braid. keep braiding. Making sure you don't miss any hair. When you get to the front, this part gets a bit harder. You have to pay special focus to it. Otherwise it might be a bit messy. But keep taking in hair. When you get to the front again, you do smaller sections, otherwise you'll run out of one side before the other. Yeah, so you have to make sure it's sitting right in the front so that it doesn't go all wonky. If it does go wonky, you use bobby pins to fix it, as I'll show you in a minute. Last bit of hair. And then when you run out of extra hair to grab, just finish it like a normal plait. Just keep going. And if one section is longer or bigger than another section, you might need to move a little bit of hair. Do not make it massive amounts, because otherwise it'll be visible in the braid that you've stuffed up. But this one is proportioned correctly for now. And when you get to the end, you'll grab your little hair tie . See, there's some longer strands of hair at the end, little hair tie. But we'll hide them in amongst the braid in a minute. Yep, so we got a little hair tie here.
Little plastic one.
So that it's not seen on the hair, well, it's not as visible. It can still be seen. Okay, so then you drape it along her head and grab some bobby pins to secure it in place. So start from the front of her head where the braid starts and just go from the bottom up, because you want to secure the braid to the base of your, well, to your scalp pretty much. And you just keep going around on top of the previous braid, on the top of the side of the braid. So it doesn't matter if it's a little bit messy, but you don't want the hairs falling out or whatever as you're going along. So as neat as you can do it. So you can do a messy style as well. Both are fine, depending on what you're going for. Okay, and then when you get to this end part, you find the braid that's already there and you smush it into the hole, and you keep following through so that you don't have these sticking out long hairs from the end of it. Well, they're pretty big flyaways. You tuck them in and see it's coming out the side here, that's alright. We can then add it to the braid more, tuck it in, you can pin it so that it doesn't go anywhere else. You'll need quite a few bobby pins for this. It's not a one bobby pin job at all. There's a little sticky out bit there, so we tuck it in. Okay, now at the back here, you see I've missed a little bit of hair from there, but that's alright. We can fix it instead of being all droopy on one side and nice and tight on the other. So what you do is you grab your bobby pin and just pull this back towards the center of the back center of her head and just pin it. And again for this section, pull it back and pin it, just to make it even. We'll flatten this one out a bit too. Okay, now, this side part is one of the hardest parts and most often is the part I need to pin. So, you see at the moment how this side is nice and flat and this side is all bulging outwards. That's what we're going to fix. So you go, pull it back towards the back of the head and just pin it in. This one doesn't have like a big bulge of hair to go in, so you just redirect it and make sure that it's sitting how you want it to. Okay, so then it's a little bit bulgy up here as well, so I would just pin that. This isn't a perfect hairstyle, and because our hair is freshly washed, it's not staying as well. But yeah, so what you would do then is you would apply hairspray so that it doesn't come out. You could like pull out little bits along here and here and curl them if you wanted it to be more fancy. But yes, that's pretty much the finished hairstyle. That was our video for this week. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to leave your comments down below of what you thought.
Like us and don't forget to subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.